Hi, I'm Maya. I'm 26 years old, and 3 months ago I was planning the wedding of my dreams. My fiancé Jake and I had been together for 4 years, and everything was perfect. Well, almost everything. Maya, honey, can you come to the house this weekend? Mom's voice crackled through the phone. Your father wants to talk to you about something important. Sure, Mom. Is everything okay? Just come Saturday morning. Around 10? I arrived at my parents' house right on time, Jake by my side. Dad was waiting in the living room, and my sister Chelsea was there too, which was weird since she lived 2 hours away. Maya, sit down, Dad said, not meeting my eyes. What's going on? I asked. Well, your mother and I have been thinking, he started, fidgeting with his coffee mug. You know that wedding fund we set up for you when you turned 18? Yeah, the 50,000 you've been adding to for 8 years. What about it? Chelsea cleared her throat. Maya, you need to understand, I'm talking to Dad. I cut her off. Dad sighed. We've decided to give the fund to Chelsea instead. The room went silent. I stared at him, waiting for the punchline. You're joking, right? Jake said beside me. Chelsea needs it more, Dad continued. Her business is struggling and she deserves this opportunity. You have Jake. He has a good job. You'll be fine. She deserves it? I repeated slowly. Dad, that money was for my wedding. You promised me since I was 18. Chelsea leaned forward. Maya, don't be selfish. You always get everything. For once, let someone else have something. I always get everything? Are you serious right now? Girls, please. Mom interjected weakly. No, Mom, I said, my voice shaking. I want to hear this. Chelsea, what exactly have I gotten that you haven't? You got to go to your dream college. You got the car when you turned 16. You got Dad's approval for everything you ever did. I worked 2 jobs to pay for college. The car was 8 years old and you got a brand new one 2 years later. And Dad's approval? I laughed bitterly. He missed my graduation because he was at your art show. That's enough, Dad said firmly. I've made my decision. Chelsea needs this money, and that's final. But it's my money, Dad. You saved it for me. It's my money, he corrected. I saved it and I can give it to whoever I want. Chelsea deserves it more. She's struggled more than you have. Jake stood up. This is unbelievable. Maya, let's go. Wait, I said, looking at my father. Is this really happening? You're really doing this? I am. Chelsea deserves this opportunity, Maya. You need to accept that. I walked out without another word, Jake right behind me. That night, I called my best friend, Rachel. He what? She shrieked into the phone. Gave my entire wedding fund to Chelsea. $50,000, Rachel. 8 years of savings. But why? That doesn't make any sense. He said she deserves it more. Her business is failing, apparently. Her business that she started last year with the $30,000 they gave her for her entrepreneurial spirit? Rachel's voice dripped with sarcasm. The same one. Maya, there's something fishy here. Your dad isn't stupid. Why would he suddenly do this? I don't know, but Jake is furious. He wanted to say more, but I just needed to leave. What did Jake say in the car? He said we're not letting this go. He said there's more to this story, and we're going to find out what it is. The next morning, Jake was on his phone before I even woke up. Who are you calling? I mumbled. Your Uncle Tom. He's always been straight with you, right? I sat up. You think he knows something? 20 minutes later, Uncle Tom called back. Maya, I'm glad you called, he said, his voice tense. I need to tell you something, but you can't let your father know it came from me. What is it? Chelsea told your parents she's pregnant. She said the father won't help and she needs money to get stable before the baby comes. My stomach dropped. She's pregnant? That's what she told them. But Maya, I saw her last week at a bar downtown. She was drinking. A lot. Are you sure it was her? Positive. I was going to say hello, but she was with some guy and they were both pretty drunk. I didn't want to embarrass her. After I hung up, Jake was already pulling up Chelsea's social media. Look at this, he said, showing me Instagram posts from the past month. Chelsea at clubs, holding cocktails, partying with friends. The most recent was from 3 days ago. She's lying, I whispered. We need proof, Jake said. Real proof. That afternoon, we drove to Chelsea's apartment. Her roommate Jen answered the door. Hey, Maya. Chelsea's not here. She's at some business meeting. Actually, Jen, I need to talk to you. Can we come in? She hesitated. Is everything okay? Not really. Did Chelsea tell you she's pregnant? Jen's face scrunched up in confusion. Pregnant? No way. She's been partying every weekend. We went out last night and she had like 5 margaritas. So she's definitely not pregnant? Definitely not. Why would you think that? Jake jumped in. Because she told Maya's parents she was pregnant to get money from them. Oh my God, Jen breathed. Is that where she got the money for her business expansion? She said an investor came through. How much did she get? I asked. She wouldn't say exactly, but she bought all new equipment for her studio. Had to be at least 50 grand. My hands clenched into fists. She lied. She lied to get my wedding fund. Maya, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. Chelsea's been different lately. More secretive, more materialistic. Rachel met us for dinner that night. So what's the plan? She asked after I filled her in. We confront Dad, I said, with evidence. He's not going to want to hear it, Jake warned. He's already chosen Chelsea's side. Then we make him hear it. We show him the social media posts. We tell him about Jen, about Uncle Tom seeing her drinking. Rachel nodded. I'll come with you. You need witnesses. Dad's going to lose it when he realizes she played him, I said. Good, Jake said firmly. He should lose it. He gave away your money based on a lie. He needs to face what he did. We showed up at my parents' house unannounced on Tuesday evening. Chelsea's car was in the driveway. Perfect, Jake muttered. Dad answered the door. Maya, what are you doing here? We need to talk, all of us. This really isn't a good time. Make it a good time, Jake said, his voice steel. We walked into the living room where Mom and Chelsea were watching TV. Maya! Chelsea jumped up. I didn't know you were coming. I bet you didn't. Sit down, Chelsea. Excuse me. Sit down. Dad stepped between us. Maya, what's going on? I want Chelsea to tell everyone here if she's really pregnant. The room went dead silent. Chelsea's face turned red. Of course I am. Why would you ask that? Really? Because your roommate says you're not. Says you've been partying every weekend. Jen doesn't know everything about my life. Okay, then show us a doctor's note. Proof. You told Dad and Mom you're pregnant, so prove it. I don't have to prove anything to you. Jake pulled out his phone. These are your Instagram posts from the last month. You're holding alcohol in 7 of them. Mom gasped. Chelsea? Those could be old photos. I'm just posting them now. They're time-stamped, Jake said calmly. This one is from 3 days ago. You're literally holding a shot glass. Chelsea Ann, what is going on? Dad's voice was dangerous now. I can explain. Then explain, I shouted. Explain why you lied about being pregnant to steal my wedding fund. It wasn't stealing. Dad gave it to me. Because you lied to him. You made up a story about needing money for a baby when really you just wanted to expand your failing business. Chelsea's face crumbled. My business isn't failing. I just needed more capital. So you lied to Mom and Dad? You made them think you were pregnant and in trouble? I didn't think it would hurt anyone. You have Jake. You'll be fine. That's not the point. I stepped closer to her. That money was mine. 8 years, Chelsea. Dad saved that for 8 years for my wedding. Well, maybe if you weren't so perfect all the time, I wouldn't have to lie to get attention. Dad finally found his voice. Chelsea, tell me the truth right now. Are you pregnant? She looked at the floor. No. No, he repeated flatly. I needed the money, Dad. My business really does need help, and you always give Maya everything. Everything? I gave you $30,000 last year. I paid for your art school. I bought you a car. You gave Maya a car, too. An 8-year-old Honda. You got a brand new Mazda. Chelsea, how could you do this? She started crying. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry, I just needed help. You lied, Mom shouted, and I'd never heard her voice that loud. You looked me in the eye and told me you were pregnant. I'll pay it back, Chelsea sobbed. Pay it back? I laughed harshly. With what money? You already spent it all. I said I'm sorry. What more do you want? I want my money back. All of it. Maya, please. No. No, please. No, sorry. No excuses. You stole from me, Chelsea. You manipulated our parents and took something that was mine. Dad turned to me. Maya, I don't know what to say. How about sorry? How about you apologize for choosing her over me without even listening to my side? I made a mistake. A mistake? Dad, you told me she deserved it more. You said I was selfish for even questioning it. Chelsea reached for my arm. Maya, I really am sorry. I'll fix this. I promise. I jerked away. Don't touch me. You don't get to promise me anything anymore. Please, we're sisters. Sisters don't do what you did. Sisters don't lie and steal and manipulate. She lunged at me and I stepped back, but she grabbed my shirt. Jake immediately pulled her off, and she stumbled. You always ruin everything, she screamed. I hope you're happy. You've destroyed this family. I destroyed it? You're the liar. She shoved Jake and came at me again, her nails scratching my face. Dad grabbed her, pulling her back. Chelsea, stop it, he yelled. I hate you, Maya. I hate you. Rachel, who'd been recording everything on her phone from the doorway, stepped forward. I think we have enough. Chelsea went pale. You were recording? Every word, Jake confirmed, including the assault. We filed a police report that night. The scratches on my face were documented, and Rachel's video showed everything. This is assault, the officer said. Clear cut. And you say there's also fraud involved? She lied to my parents to get money that was meant for me, I explained. That's trickier. The money was technically your father's to give, but we can investigate. What about the assault charge? Jake asked. That'll stick. She attacked your fiancé on camera. 2 days later, Chelsea was arrested. Dad called me that night. Maya, please, don't press charges. She's your sister. She attacked me, Dad. She stole from me. I know she did wrong, but pressing charges? That's too far. Too far? Where were you when she was lying to your face? When she was stealing my wedding fund? I made a mistake. I'm trying to fix it. By protecting her again? By asking me to just let it go? She could go to jail, Maya. Good. Maybe she'll learn something. Don't be cruel. I'm not being cruel. I'm being fair. Something you should have been from the start. Mom called next. Maya, sweetheart, please. Can we talk about this? What's there to talk about, Mom? Chelsea is struggling. She needs help, not punishment. She needs consequences. She's never had them before, and that's why she thought she could do this. I'm begging you, drop the charges. We'll pay you back every penny. With what money, Mom? You gave it all to Chelsea. We'll figure it out. Please, Maya. She's family. She stopped being my family when she stole from me and then attacked me. You can't mean that. I do. And Mom, you and Dad chose her. You believed her lies without even talking to me. You don't get to ask for mercy now. The court date came. Chelsea showed up with a lawyer, and Dad tried one more time to talk to me beforehand. Maya, please. If you drop this, she won't have a record. She can start over. No. Just like that? No? Just like that. She made her choices, Dad. Now she lives with them. When did you become so heartless? Jake stepped between us. She's not heartless. She's standing up for herself. Something you should have helped her do instead of enabling Chelsea's behavior. You don't understand family. I understand family. And I understand that what you did to Maya was wrong. What Chelsea did was worse, and neither of you deserve her forgiveness. Chelsea was found guilty of assault. She got 6 months probation, community service, and a restraining order keeping her away from me. Dad tried to visit me at my apartment after the sentencing. I'm so sorry, Maya, he said when I opened the door. I failed you. I know that now. Yeah, you did. Can I come in? Can we talk? No? Please, I want to make this right. There's no making this right, Dad. You showed me exactly where I stand in this family. Chelsea comes first. She always has. That's not true. It is true. And I'm done pretending it's not. I'm done being the understanding one. The flexible one. The one who's supposed to just accept whatever scraps of attention I get. Maya, you're my daughter. I love you. You love the idea of me. The daughter who doesn't cause problems. But the second I stood up for myself, you couldn't handle it. I made a mistake. People make mistakes. And people face consequences. You taught me that. Well, consider this your consequence. I don't want you at my wedding. His face crumbled. Maya, no. I mean it. You and Mom and Chelsea. None of you are invited. You gave away my wedding fund, so you don't get to be there when I get married anyway. Please don't do this. I'm not doing anything, Dad. You did this. All of you did this. Jake and I got married 6 months later. It was smaller than we'd planned, but it was perfect. Rachel was my maid of honor. Uncle Tom walked me down the aisle, and my parents weren't there. Any regrets? Jake asked as we danced at the reception. None. You? Not a single one. I'm proud of you, Maya. For what? For standing up for yourself. For not letting them make you feel guilty. For knowing your worth. I smiled. I learned from the best. You know they might keep trying to reconcile. Let them try. I'm done. Have you ever had to cut off family members who betrayed you? How did you move forward?